Today we're going to talk about harvesting in Farming Simulator 25. When crops are ready to be harvested, use a combine harvester with a suitable header attached. Unfold the harvester and, if necessary, the header as well. Turn on the harvester and collect your crop. Unload your harvest into a trailer for transport, and it can be sold at a selling point. Stored in your silo for later use or processed at a suitable production point. There are a lot of combine harvesters to choose from, and I've got some good news. They basically all do exactly the same thing, with the exception of these two, which, well, their party trick is kind of fun to see. This is your starting combine harvester in new farmer mode, and it is very likely what a lot of you will be starting off with, at least before a bunch of mods are released. It's very nice, it's very easy, and it does all of your standard crops: wheat, barley, oats, canola, sorghum, sunflowers, soybeans, corn, and long grain rice. And guess what? Every combine harvester does. Really, it's just power and how big of a header it will accept. For example, this Massey Ferguson will run a 6-meter header, while this guy, the big boy, will run a 15-meter header. So yeah, it's a bit of a difference. If we go even further, now we can see some of the grain headers. And one of the things, if money is no option, like for me, I'm 100 millionaire over and over again, I would definitely go for something like this, for example, the 15.2 meter Flex Draper. It is a big boy, and you can pretty much do everything in like a couple passes and be good to go. It's also a John Deere version if you are into John Deere, and Kloss has one as well, though it's 2 meters smaller. But if money's tight, well, you're probably going to want to go for the Massey Ferguson or the Kloss, and even the Kloss is a little expensive in comparison between the two. So just pick what you like, really, at the end of the day. Or if you're not doing regular grain, because these headers right here will do almost everything, but not quite, you're going to need a corn header to do the other things. So we've got a few different options here, and all corn headers could do corn as well as sunflowers, at least in the game. Now we also have special headers as well. One of them right here, the Sunlight from Gearing Off, this will do sunflowers only. Likewise, we have the Milo Star, which will do Milo, aka sorghum. And then we also have a swath pickup, but we're not talking about swathing today. This is all about regular crops using grain heads and corn headers. One other thing to figure out whenever you've got your headers here is transport. So with this one, you've got transport wheels of yes or no. If you go with transport wheels, it is going to have a header trailer attached. If you don't have one of those, you're going to have to get a header trailer, which are all located here. And if you're curious but say like, well, I don't know what header trailer works with this. Well, all you got to do is go out, select it, and at the bottom you see combinations right here. Click combinations and it'll tell you which header trailer works best. I mentioned that the Massey Ferguson and Fendt have party pieces, and well, here they are. We've got a regular combine and I've got a hill here, and I'm just going to back it down. Everything looks pretty normal, right? Well, not quite. We don't even need the header attached, but I'm going to keep it there. Let's unfold the combine, and it kind of does its thing, unfolds, and really nothing out of the ordinary until we get up to here. And the rear end comes down. What it's trying to do is it's trying to hold flat as much as it possibly can. And you probably saw the header there as well, moving with the land. It's like it knows exactly where to go. Also, over here you can see we've got a big discrepancy into which wheels are all the way down. And over here, they're up pretty high. So it will hold flat as much as it possibly can, and you'll never even know it. Look at that. It just drops right out. It's so dumb and I love it. Here's our header that is on a header trailer, has transport wheels on it. We're gonna back up. We've got a trailer hitch right under there. Back it up straight on, and we can attach. And now we can actually take this header around with us, drive it around. I'm tipping it. No! I suck. Just don't drive like me and you'll be perfectly fine. This allows us to drive this header around and take it wherever we want with the combine harvester. You can also hook this up to a truck or a smaller tractor or something like that, but in the game, most people just hook up. Oh boy, oh, I'm spinning. We're good, everybody's good. Whew. Made me nervous. Anyway, in the game, pretty much everybody will just pull it with a combine harvester. You can do it however you want. Totally cool, and ain't nobody gonna judge you for it. Since most people are going to be starting off with the Massey Ferguson Western Combine right here, I wanted to show this one first, at least working. So we start with our header on the header trailer. We need to detach said header trailer, and we need to back up, and we're gonna hook up to the header. You're going to be hooking up the front of the combine, so that opening there goes right where that opening is in the middle of the header, and we've got it. Sweet! Now, unfold your combine. Pretty much all combines need to be unfolded, and we're going to pull forward. There's one thing before you get started, though, and that's going to be your disable straw swath or enable straw swath. You're going to see a bit in the back right here, moving forward and backwards. If it says disabled, that means it is enabled, if that makes any sense. The button that it's showing is what you want it to do. This is pretty cool. So let's lower our header down, let's turn it on, and go forward. Now, when I started playing Farming Simulator back in FS15, I did not use a straw swath because all I would do was harvest wheat over and over again all the time. And that just worked great for me. However, here now you can actually bale this up. So we are harvesting wheat right now, which will make straw. I mean, wheat, barley, oats will make straw. So with these, you can make straw bales, or you can pick up straw with the loading wagon and go sell it, or give it to your animals as part of their feed, or you can even give it to them as bedding. Straw is extremely useful in Farming Simulator, but some people may not want it. Otherwise, I mean, this is kind of it. You've also got GPS system now as well, so if you want to have an AI worker do it, just like hit hire worker and it'll do it for you. Yeah, it'll do the whole field. It'll look weird doing it at first, don't get me wrong, but it will do it for you. Or you can do it yourself by going into steering assisted mode, hitting our button there, and it will steer for you. You never have to steer again. Pretty sweet. Next, we have another crop. We have corn. Now, corn is nothing wild or crazy. However, it is nice to have. Plus, there are some production chains where you're going to need corn or something like that. Now, with this, before we even get it started, you can see we do have an enable straw swath or disable. Now, I've got it enabled right here, and as soon as we pull forward onto the corn, it is going to disappear because corn does not have a swath. At least not yet. There's sometimes mods for that, but don't worry about that. You just need to know the basics, right? Right. And you just need to harvest your corn. And that's about it. The last, different type, I guess you would say, is this guy, which is just a really, really big version of whatever. You've got the header trailer built in. So with this, we will just detach. Doesn't really matter where you do that. I like to go ahead and unfold my combine while I'm doing this. Go into first person and attach here. Once we get it attached, we will unfold, or fold up rather, the header, and we're good to go. In front of us, we have canola, which is perfectly suited for this combine harvester right here, and we'll just go into the field and start working. Now, you are not going to be getting straw off of this either. However, you can swath this crop if you would like, but again, we're not talking about swathing today. And this is another one where you can hire a worker, or if you want to do it yourself, you can do that. Whenever you are done, or maybe you've got a combine that's almost full, well, then you're going to need to unload. All of them have a button called Hype Out. And we are going to hit that button, and we got to go around and find ourselves a trailer. There's one right around this corner. This will work perfect for us. So you are going to have to get a trailer. So unlike, seeding and doing any type of field work from any of the previous how-to videos, this is where you're going to have to do a few extra things. And yes, you can actually do this while your harvesters are in the field, and I'll try to show you that here in just a second. So here we've got the one that we are in charge of, and he's just hanging out. What we need to do is pull under this. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just kind of get it almost in line, and we'll be good. Also want to go in here and just hire that guy and see what happens. A couple things we could do with this. We can either take this into the town and sell it, but more likely you probably want to put this in your silo until you get a great price at the sales points. So for now, I'm just going to bring this canola here and put it in the silo. And whenever you're ready to get it out, you can just come up to it and click a button, and it'll fill it back up for you. Just like I did there. Let's come over here and try and do some carting on the move. So I'm gonna come around here. I've set my cruise control, at least for the where I've got right now, 6 miles per hour or 10 kilometers per hour. And it will simply just unload. You can kind of look in here and see what you got, but for the most part, it's just gonna unload the grain that it has, and we've got about 3,000 liters there. So that is good. And again, here, you can take this to your silo, take it into town and sell it, whatever you want. And really, in a nutshell, that's kind of everything you need to know to get you started, at least at first, when it comes to harvesting. Now, naturally, there's a lot of other types of harvesting. For example, we have forage harvesting. There's also beets and potatoes and vegetables and spinach, green beans, peas, rice, olives and grapes. There's a lot more than just regular grain harvesting, but for now, you should be all caught up, ready to go with the basics. And there you go. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope that it was extremely helpful and beneficial to you. And I hope you're ready to get started with combining and Farming Simulator. If you enjoyed this one, drop a like, get subscribed if you are new, and join the DjGoHam fam. Double check out notification bell. That way, when I release the videos, you know about it. If you're looking for more tutorials, we've got a whole playlist for you. You can find it linked down below. Otherwise, have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.